Okay, and we are here. This is the first round of the Misaki marker tournament. We have the defending champion, Zero, against Knite. So we'll see how this goes. It looks like Zero's decided to use Aqua Force. Now all of these rounds are going to be best of one, and it is double elimination. Now the Misaki marker is a very, very sought after marker, as are a lot of the female Vanguard protagonists. Let's see how this goes. He's got a pretty good hand. It's a very good hand actually. I can see why he didn't put anything back. And drawing into that perfect guard only makes it easier. Yep, I'm riding that 8k vanilla. That is the best move. Next turn he will ride the 10k vanilla to make it difficult for his opponent to hit him. It looks like Knite might be using Beast Deities. That's interesting. I haven't seen Beast Deities. He is using Beast Deity. Interesting. I haven't seen Beast Deity being used very often, so this is slightly new to me. I have a rough idea of what they do. They're all about standing. There's the black tortoise. Oh, he's lost one of his perfect guards. That's not good. And Scarlet Bird checked the top 5 for grade 3, but obviously there wasn't any there. Oh, he's drawn into a second perfect guard. Well, that's very strong for him. And there goes the 10k vanilla. He'll keep the rest of the cards in his hand because he wants to save that so that he can do the Maelstrom attack next turn. So he can get off his 4 attacks. And that was the self-damage card. Then the deals 1 damage to yourself. So it's actually more advantageous for Zero to actually take the damage here. No, but it looks like his opponent isn't giving him it. He's just going to take the 1 damage. Now we haven't seen any triggers from either player yet. Oh, okay, he's got the draw trigger. So that is the Azure Dragon, which will help him in his next turn greatly. Because that is the first ride you want to go into before you go into cross ride. Ah, it's the foil all art Maelstrom, which you get for being in the top 3000. I myself have one of those. This is very nice. That's Tidal Assault. And that's grade 1 vanilla. The heal doesn't activate because he has less damage than Zero. And what that's grade 3 over here does, it's in the damage right now, is when it stands it gets plus 4000 attack. Yes, that's very nice. I forgot that Zero won't get the Maelstrom animation because he's playing as Charlene, and Charlene doesn't play Maelstrom, she plays Naval Gazer. No? Both players are just choosing to just attack with their 1 Vanguard. It looks like both of them are waiting for their limit break 4 before they put the entire field in. That Glory Maelstrom, obviously the heal does help, but I think you might have preferred to have the Glory Maelstrom in hand. It's another grade 2, but will we see it come into play? I don't think so. I think both players are just waiting for that limit break 4. Yep, they're just attacking. This is what we call in the business Caveman Vanguard, where it's like my Vanguard attack, end, my Vanguard attack, end. Now if Knite has the self-damager, then that would put him onto the limit break 4. The question is, does he have any? And oh, there's the cross break. The cross ride even, sorry. We don't have break rides just yet. Now this guy I'm not as familiar with. So when he attacks Harmless 2, stand 2 Beast Deities, and when it's boosted it gets plus 3000. Okay. So the Azure Dragon is a Persona Blast where you have to discard 1. Oh, he's going for it. We'll see if it works out for him. It looks like he doesn't have any grade 1s. Maybe this is why he hasn't been playing the things. Well, that will stop any other attacks. And obviously he could have used the grade 0 there to restand his black tortoise, but I'm going to do anything if it doesn't hit. And there's still no damage enabler there, so Maelstrom is still stuck by himself. Oh, it looks like we're going to see some rearguards though. For no other reason than to destroy the opponent's rearguards. Looks like Knite was the first to blink. It does occur to me guys that 0 also doesn't have any grade 1s in hand. Which does make things a little bit difficult when you're dealing with crossroads. It's 13k. There's very few rear guards that will hit over a 13k Vanguard by itself without being boosted. Okay, so just return. Let's see. He now has the Lumbreak 4 enabled, so let's see what he does with that. That's good. Okay, we have the golden anglet. Whenever it stands, it gets +4. And he's got 2 of the Death Armies, which whenever he hits a trigger, both of them will stand. Very interesting move. The question is it good enough to use the Cardfight 2 here? Yeah, I didn't think so. And no triggers either. That would have been very unfortunate for him. And there's the Glory Maelstrom. Now, so he shall use that to get rid of the opponent's rearguard. This guy I don't think is particularly good. I don't use him in my build, but to each their own. It is get +3 when it's third battle. The Tidal Assault. Although it's not called Tidal Assault, is it? Yeah, that's a Storm Raider Basil. Tidal Assault is an entirely different card, but I keep mistaking Storm Raider Basil for Tidal Assault. Oh, he didn't go for the Glory Maelstrom. You got to wonder if that's a bit of a mistake. The Glory Maelstrom might have killed him, because when the Glory Maelstrom attacks, it can't last 2, and the opponent can only perfect guard if they are able to discard a grade 3 in their hand. So the Maelstrom will retire and draw by its effect. And he does have 2 perfect guards in hand, but Bestiality is a rush deck that will get off a lot of attacks, so if he can get off all those attacks, it could be bad for the Maelstrom here. Because he only has 1 grade 2 protecting him. This is really Knight's final turn, without question here. He's either going to win this turn or he's going to lose next turn. Oh well, he did have the grade 3 in hand. We don't know if he had the perfect guard in hand or not. And now the Golden Armlet is going to attack in Cardfight 2 and restand the Azure Dragon and the Golden Armlet. Which means that there's going to be 3 attacks that can hit the Maelstrom. What I was talking about earlier. And if he had been cross-ride, he'd been 13, which means that neither of those attacks would have hit. But it wouldn't have mattered in the end, because... Oh! Oh, that's interesting. Was he out of heal triggers? It's very possible that he was out of heal triggers. He had 2 Maelstrom in his hands and he healed 1 earlier. Was there a 4th one? Maybe he had been through all 4 Glory Maelstroms. But either way, that is the end. That means that Knite moves on to the next round. 0 will also move into the next round, but he'll be in the loser brackets, trying to make his way back into the finals. So very well done tonight, very well done. The Beast 80s, very strong, stronger than I was expecting. We'll see how it goes in the rest of the tournament.